In today's video, we're going to talk about a stock that is about to make a massive move within the next few days and why y'all should keep it on your watch list. I'm also going to be doing an update on the overall market and as where we stand right now and what to expect within the next few days, all right? Right after the intro. Y'all. Now, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, alright? So let's get right into it, right off the bat. We got the Nasdaq once again. And in the last video, well, throughout the past few videos, actually, throughout the past 3 weeks, I've been telling y'all that we were going to drop into this red box right here. Alright? It didn't quite get to 11,000. The Nasdaq didn't drop that low. I was really excited about it after seeing it. Like right after I released that video, it immediately just dropped, right? So I thought it could get there today at like 950, maybe even 1030 before we see some type of bounce, right? But it only dropped to 11,043. Will the market really collapse? Will we see that sell-off tomorrow all the way down to that line? I'm not really sure. I'm really not, because yesterday I gave you two scenarios where we could see. Let me change this to the daily. I gave you two scenarios where scenario number one, obviously we drop, right? Before we bounce a little bit. Scenario number two is that the market gonna drag its feet, trade sideways throughout Tuesday, which is today, and then Wednesday again, right? And then Thursday, we may continue lower, right? That's the two scenarios that I gave y'all. I was more leaning towards the first one, where we would just drop. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. Now that the market is giving us this thing right here, I think that we're not gonna move. I think that individual stocks are gonna do their own little thing. And the high that I see the Nasdaq going tomorrow, I think it could go all the way up to 11,400 before selling off in the afternoon back down to probably exactly the same price, right? And then the next day again, the sell-off will continue. So nothing is changing here. Let's look at the VIX. All right, now with the VIX, it's not doing too many exciting things. All right, it's very annoying. It's very choppy. It's still trading around supports, and I'm waiting for it to break above 23. Right, that way we can really see a massive push. And I think that it could get above 23 if, and only if, 11K gets taken out. All right, so just watch out for these. Watch how the market behaves within the next few days. I would say day trading is more favored towards swing trading now that the market is taking its sweet time. All right, so watch for the day trading opportunities, especially for this week. Now, the stock that I want to put on you guys' radar for this week, that one is LAC. Right? Now, LAC, that one is taking a massive hit. It's been falling throughout the past few days, along with the overall markets. And today, it doesn't look so good. There is an inverted hammer right here. And looking at it big picture, there is the same structure right there, that bearish pennant that I showed you with Apple, right? We're gonna look at that. All right, we're gonna look at that. But there's the same structure that I showed you with that one. And this is not looking good. It's not looking good. Again, worst case scenario for shorts is that it wastes your time and climbs to 2140 before continues downwards. All right, best case for shorts is for this thing to open up at the exact same price and continue straight down to $17.50. All right, so watch this one for a potentially massive move to the downside. within the next few days. I'm not bullish on it at all. And I think the other stocks in that specific sector are also struggling as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, let's do some updates. So in the last video, I shared with y'all 3 stocks. The first one that I told y'all to watch for a drop was Apple. All right. And obviously the reason for that is on the chart. Again, the structure looks exactly like the one that just showed you with LAC. I told y'all to watch this one for a drop to 130 today. All right. And it did its job. Like it did really, really well. As soon as the market opened, it immediately flushed down and gave 2 chances right here and right here for people who had puts or who were holding short, right, to take some money off the table and to cover and to pretty much to cover their positions. All right, this is the product of all of the shorts from over here and over here covering their position. This is usually what happens after when there is a massive sell-off for a few days. All right, and right now with the way I see the Nasdaq, with the way I think that it's not going to do very much, I think Apple is going to bounce. I think that it's going to go up to retest at least 135. At least this red zone right here. All right, and the reason why I say that is because like intraday there was a bullish pennant right here, which was very clean, very clean, right here. All right, and so far it's looking decent after hours, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing opening up higher again if we see some type of spike in the morning. Like we might see Apple just shoot up to 134 and then have a run to 135, maybe 135.50 before flatlining throughout the rest of the day. All right, so that's my thoughts on it. It did its thing in the morning. I think it has a lot more room. I just think that it's going to happen later this week, maybe even next week. All right, so timing that next drop would be the next challenge. All right, but take this thing day by day. Now the next stock that I shared with y'all in yesterday's video, that one is Disney, and Disney bounced. Disney had, again, short sellers covered today, but there was a massive pullback right here. Again, these are opportunities to make some money to the downside day trading, right? And also, I mean, it's been going sideways. It's not gonna do much. Looking at it from the daily time frame, I'm not surprised that it formed this bullish harami. I'm not really surprised. And if the market makes some type of move to the upside, we might see this thing go up a little bit higher towards 88, maybe towards 89. And then Thursday, the fun will continue to the downside, where we may potentially see something like this. All right, so that's my thoughts on Disney. The next one that we're going to look at in today's video, McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's. For McDonald's, that one, it also did the same thing like that Apple did. Again, the market can be really generous, especially to anybody who were short in these regions right here. All right, the market can be generous. Yesterday the lows was 265. Today it gave a second chance and a third chance for any shorts to get out of it, and then they gave a day trading opportunities later today with this bullish pennant on the chart for the move up to 267. All right, so right now this one is also going to consolidate some more. I think it's going to roll over. I just think that the 9 SMA gotta catch up first before we continue downwards. And as it trades sideways, again, as I told y'all before, consolidation is the short seller's worst nightmare. So the more it consolidates, the cheaper the contract gets. Obviously, the contracts are losing value because of theta. So timing your entries is essential. You don't want to be holding and hoping throughout the entire move, because you could be giving up a lot of gains, especially if you're playing with weekly contracts. All right, so this one, my thoughts on it is still the same. I think later this week is going to make that drop all the way down to $260, maybe even lower. So we'll see. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me on social media yet, you can find me at NGumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there are some basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes for you to have all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get some free stocks. I'm signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah, PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.